I always hold my breath.
Right? All right. I think it worked. I think we're live. Let us know if we're live. Let us know if we're coming in nice and strong and you can hear us and you can see us. Everybody in the chat, welcome. Very special welcome to Thomas Howell. How are you tonight, my friend?
I'm great. Excuse me. I just ate a peanut butter and jelly sandwich. My blood sugar's good.
You're good. You're primed. You're ready to go.
My iced coffee. I'm ready to go. How are you doing?
This is going to be very interesting because this is like the yin and the yang on the stream together, because you are the captain of all things relax and chill. Like that, people love your channel because you are like the most laid back talker of books in the world. And I have a problem. I have a problem not going up to 11 every time I open my mouth. So I'm going to pull you over to this dark side, or you're going to make me very calm and chill before the stream is over. One of us is going to have some.
You need to bring me up.
Is that what? Okay, I'm going to do my best. I'm going to do my best. We're going to welcome some folks here in the chat. The wizard is here.
Oh, wow. Look at this.
The lovely Derry is here. I love your face, Derry. Matt is here. Dallas is here. Jazzberry is here. Grifkin is here.
Grifkin.
Oh, Mike himself is here.
Look at this. Guy.
I don't know which one of us he's talking about.
Yeah, probably both.
Could be you. Could be me. Let's see. There you go. He's talking about both of us, I guess. Fantasy Fanatic is here. Midnight Chronicle is here. This guy has a great channel, right?
I love Midnight.
Chris is here. So many people here. So let's get right into it and start talking. I was excited to have you on because, oh, look, Britton's here. And Sam.
Wow.
I was so excited to have you on because I love your chill vibe. I love the way you talk about books. I love how you incorporate the beverage. By the way, what beverage do you have with you tonight?
Just some iced coffee.
Oh, so you do have coffee?
Yeah.
All right. I can't look. You're gonna have to convert me because I can't drink coffee, man. I can't do it.
It's okay if you don't like it. This, you don't have to force yourself.
I love the smell. Every time I smell it, I'm like, this should be my favorite thing in the world. And then I taste it, and I don't know, the way I'm wired, it's like it's so bitter. I can't do it. I can't do it. So you're gonna have to tell me what to try to convert me.
I used to be a oat milk latte guy, and now I'm just black coffee. And I just love the taste and the tasting notes.
Tom said
I feel like if I put cream and sugar in anything, I'm just like blah. So
yeah, really. So you just go. You're full on black.
Yeah. Oh that's just how it is.
I can't.
But some folks like tea, and other people like. What do you got going on there? You got a little orange soda.
I got a little hard cider situation here.
I like that. That's nice.
Yeah. The besties are here. I love their channel as well. Have you checked them out yet?
I saw your stream with them. Yeah. That was lovely.
They're so
cooking
good
this year. One of the guys had 50 books read.
Oh my God. I don't know how they do it. You move at a more sensible pace. I'll tell you that.
It's too slow. But
no. You and Jakob, you and Jakob are like a real life pace. That's what I like about you. So let's get into it, my friend. Tell me, what turned you into a reader? I get the vibe on your channel that it's kind of newish for you to be this deep into story the way it is, the way it's going now, and to have a channel and everything. Tell me where it started.
Sorry, my adorable wife is just like right there, so it's just like I'm trying to concentrate, and she just looks so cute. But
that's what they do. That's their job.
Yeah. I don't know. I think I just came onto it in
because you are. Oh my gosh, Alan's here. We got to stop and say hello to Alan.
Oh my gosh, this guy. I love this guy.
Because let me tell you, I cannot wait to talk to Alan about Autumn War. I have not been able to get this out of my head from the second I read the last page of that book, and I cannot wait to talk to you, Alan. It's going to be phenomenal. So I just had to stop and say that. So you've got the visual aspect of it down because you're a filmmaker. This is what you do.
Yeah.
So you tell story visually, very much like Jacob. I really respect this. You see things differently than I do. Just moving through life, the way you see framing and the way you see story and the way you see composition and the way the world hits you is so different than it hits me. And I know this because my son, spending time with him.
Yeah.
So being all in on that level, as far as storytelling in that way, talk to me about what caused the shift, what brought it on.
Well, I mean, I've always been a visual person and like storytelling, and I just love stories.
Yeah.
I'm
gonna blame your wife for that.
Yeah, she's. What are you gonna do? You gonna read Dungeon Crawler Carl up there or what? She's waiting. She's chilling. She's on book 5. But anyways, I don't know. I just started reading in 2020, and I think I started reading in 2015, kind of outside of the school, confines of the academics. And I don't know. I read The Road, but I'm like 21.
Right.
And I'm like, I don't remember that book. I only remember crying at the end, and that's it.
Right. Oh, the emotional hit you remember.
And that's it. But
was that for school or that was after academia?
No, that was just for fun. I wanted to read my only I guess I was craving at the time survival stories. So something like The Hatchet, which I loved growing up. So I wanted something like The Road. And then I don't know, I didn't read at all. I was playing video games and working out all the time.
Yeah.
That's what I did. And then, filming weddings full time. And then 2020 hit when my wife, again, this sounds crazy, but I watched The Lord of the Rings as an adult for the first time during that time.
Oh, wow. Okay.
And that turned me on to, hey, let me try reading the books.
Sure.
I tried reading it with my wife's, my girlfriend's mother at the time, my mother-in-law now. We got quarter of the way through, halfway through maybe. And it was just like, what is this? I don't think we were there. I wasn't there. I wasn't ready for it.
Sure.
And then, I don't know, I would buy books and try to read and nothing was working. And then I think later that year or the following year, I did Narnia all the way through, and then I did Harry Potter. And that
and you're in.
I was just eating it up.
Yeah.
And then something I talk about on my channel all the time. I got 2 books into Harry Potter, and then on a fateful birthday, June, my friend gifted me this book that he was talking about, and that's Name of the Wind. And it changed my life. I'm like, this is words, this is story, this is reading, this is what it can be like. Why am I feeling?
Right.
And I know that's such a long-winded answer. I'm sorry.
No, dude, the floor is yours, my brother. But Mike has a recommendation for you. Maybe after Boy's Life was a hit, Thomas will stop being dumb and only read what I tell him to.
Yeah. The crazy thing is, I just finished Boy's Life.
Yeah.
And that we could talk about that another time, but yeah.
Oh no, we're talking about that tonight because that's one of my favorite books of all time.
It's amazing. That's definitely going to be a book that's like sticking with me my whole life.
Yes, 100%. I mean, that book. Well, let me go back a little bit. I kind of want to go in order. It's really interesting to me because you said two things. You said Narnia, and that was a big gateway for me too. Pun intended, because it's a portal fantasy. But when I read that as a young person, and I think the first thing that hit me was I saw the animated version, and I was,
I didn't know they had one.
Oh yeah, and I was just like enamored. I just was like shocked and blown away. And then I got the books and I started reading the books, and this was just like huge for me in becoming a reader. That was one of those first things. And then I remember when my wife had gotten out of academia and she was just not a reader. It just wasn't speaking to her. It wasn't drawing her in. And she used to love to write. She used to love story of all kinds. But just after that grind, of school, of having to read, she just couldn't find it. She couldn't find the love, right? Unless it was plays, because she'd gone to school for theater. But I started reading to her the Harry Potter series. And 50 pages in or something, 50, 60 pages in, she was hooked. And,
okay.
And
That's
from
good.
that moment on, I think there's such true magic in that series to recapture something about the wonder of youth, when stories were just magical and just whimsy and just would carry you away in a way that we can kind of lose as we get older, right? Like I think we're a bit more jaded. But
Talk
something
about Boy's Life. It hit me hard. Like it's literally what I think about all the time. And I'll have my review of that in the next couple of days, maybe next week, but I've got a lot to say. Definitely about how I feel about it.
Right.
And it captured just that magical sense of boyhood, childhood, and then as an adult. And then same thing with Harry Potter. I think it's very much the same way.
Right.
Because
by
Harry
the
Potter
end,
grow up.
you've grown up. You've kind of grown up with these kids, right?
Yeah.
And I think that, tell me what you think about this. Boy's Life is so special to me because, I mean, what year were you born to? If you don't mind me asking, you don't have to say.
94.
Okay, 94. Like, that's a good stretch away from when Boy's Life is taking place. And it's been a minute since I read it. 60, maybe even earlier, right? Like,
it was like 1964, I think. And then it goes by a year.
Right. So, but it still entirely speaks to you. And that's what I love about a great story. It doesn't matter if you were born in the same place. It doesn't matter if you were born around the same time. It still has such nostalgia from childhood and from what that is. And then it kind of covers that line of that you kind of cross that line into adulthood when things kind of change. And whether you want to or not, you're going to see the world a little bit differently. And I think no matter the time frame or anything, the special ones do that. They speak to you in that way, right? Like, what do you think?
Yeah. I mean, it is funny when you talk about like just the line that you cross from boy to man and child to adult, and like you see the realities of adulthood.
Mm-hmm.
How that it doesn't just happen overnight. And there's different chapters of life that just gradually you get nudged in different directions and you grow through these chapters. It just kind of happens slowly. And then you're just like, you're sitting there like, wow, I just, and I can't put my mind on it. Like when did it all change, but that's not a bad thing. It's just, you view the life differently from my 7-year-old nephew, who's just shooting aliens, playing Mario, that kind of stuff, and that's, I think, important. Children should also, I don't know, now we're going on all sorts of topics, but
no, you're good, man. I love what Barry says here. Feelings, beautifully written books allow us to get emotional. Being a grown-up is so much about control, keeping it together. We all have so much to release. A book lets us.
Amen.
And I think that book that takes us back to when we were kids, I don't know. That one for me, like, I remember to this day where I was when I first read that book and closed it at the end. I remember where I was sitting. I remember where I was when that happened. And I read it when it came out. I don't even know what year that was.
I think it was like 90, early 90s.
Well, I don't know. That sounds like a long time now. It shouldn't be, but it does.
Yeah, I know. It's crazy, right? I've seen some wild things, like the Xbox 360 is as old as, the Atari or whatever. I don't know, but it blows my mind.
Yeah, it's wild. Janny Wirtz, I read Lord of the Rings, Hobbit at 14.
Oh, wait, the Janny Wirtz?
The Janny Wirtz. And I was just going to say, have you read anything by the incomparable, the amazing Janny Wirtz?
I'm embarrassed I haven't, but I've heard from Nerd Level Rising and Joanna Reed's amazing things. I will definitely. I think he actually sent me a couple of her books.
Oh, wonderful.
But
I would say To Ride Hill's Chasm is a great place to start.
I think he might have sent that. It was a while
Yeah.
ago. So many fantasy books. I'm taking a break from fantasy right now, so that's why my mind is not
Oh, talk
in
to
the
me about
world of
that.
fantasy.
Harry Potter Volume 1 reminded me what it was like to be 6. I love that. Same, the absolute same. And I think that's why it recaptured the love of reading for Amy, because it takes you back to that point. And my father-in-law was having a rough time. I handed him the same books. He couldn't clear his mind. He couldn't sit still. He couldn't stay in a story. I said, just try this.
Yeah.
And then 4 days later, he came back and said, do you have the next one? Do you have the next one? So yeah, there's something about those for sure. So talk to me about this break. I want to hear about the break.
Well, I feel like I don't know. I mean, I've spent 2 years with Wheel of Time, and then this year I've been taking breaks,
Yeah.
dipping into fantasy here and there, but I'm just a little overwhelmed with just how much fantasy there is. And like on my
Oh my
bookshelf,
gosh.
I have nothing. A majority of it is fantasy. But thankfully, there's a thing called BookTube and amazing readers out there who recommend amazing books. Oh my gosh.
Yeah. Look at
Annie,
this. Finally
wow.
started Hell's Chasm, enamored already. And you will be. Thomas, contact me. I'll send you To Ride Hell's Chasm in a heartbeat.
Unreal. Okay.
This is a fantasy that's like, if you're taking,
Yeah.
there's some fantasies, and let me see if you agree or disagree.
Is it a
And I love,
standalone?
huh?
Is it a
It's a
standalone?
standalone. It's a standalone.
Okay, I'm sold.
Okay.
I'm
So
back in fantasy. Let's just forget all the pretty horses.
that's a beautiful book too. We'll get to that in a
We'll talk
second.
about it. We'll talk about it.
There's some fantasies that, and I think you would agree, like one of our favorites together, and not everybody's, I understand, is Patrick Rothfuss'
Wow.
Name of the Wind.
Great. Awesome. I love it. Great.
I think there are some fantasies when you read it's like, I could be taking a break from fantasy, but this still nourishes me in that time away. To Ride Hell's Chasm is like that. The character of Mikael in that, it'll live rent free forever because of just who he is and how he moves through his world and the grace that he has to have to stay true to himself and his own moral center. And it's a great ripping yarn too. There's a lot of stuff going on, but at the quiet character side, it has so much depth to it that it's kind of one of those amazing things. Whatever you're looking for, even if you're looking to take a break, it's got so much humanity and pathos to it, and something to say about how we hold people that we don't necessarily think of as us and on the inside at arm's length, and how that's a horrible detriment to all of us. It has so much going on that it's one of those, even when you're taking a break, I think you might find it hits.
Yeah, I appreciate that. I think that is like something I've been looking for in fantasy, especially as like an adult and just the older I get, like I don't mind a good, romp through a fantasy world, like your typical fantasy world. But now I yearn for characters and like, not to say Harry Potter doesn't have that, but I want that fantasy book that is not so much fantasy forward, but more humanity, like you said.
Yeah, it's
that's why I
character
like
in the forefront.
Farseer trilogy. I've read
David wants you to get back into it.
Yeah, I know. I've only read the first book, and it's so tender, and
isn't that the beautiful word for it?
yeah,
It is, isn't it?
I think that's the word I describe that book, and that character and Hobbs' writing. So, as Jenny brings up her amazing books, and that book, that's what I look for, is that character, human, realistic aspect versus like video game fantasy.
Yes. I can't wait for you to finish Farseer, because I can't wait to talk to you, and maybe Darian, I will corner you. I can't wait to talk to you how a certain aspect of book 3 hits as someone that's gone on their own artistic journey like yourself. and to see if I'm alone or if it hits you in the same way it hit me, the way, and that's all I'm going to say, because I don't want to ruin absolutely anything for you. And Alan is completely right here for you as well. If you haven't tried Long Price Quartet, like, wow.
Okay. I don't even know what that is.
Long Price. Oh, I'm going to do my best. Alan is the Long Price prophet. So I'm going to do my best. I'm going to do my best. The Long Price Quartet is 4 books. And if you put all the 4 books together, it would still be an oot shorter than like a book of the Stormlight Archives. All 4 books.
Okay.
And yet,
I like that.
In these books, you get the entire breadth of human experience and character. In the beginning, you start with young boys and their relationship together and this beautiful world and this magic system that speaks to us as far as, I don't want to give too much away here, but as far as reflections of ourselves and the creativity it costs to produce and the price of magic that ensues there and how the world would use it. And the world uses magic in such a true and tangible way that you completely buy in and feel like, oh yeah, this is a real world. And you travel through these 4 books as these 2 as these 2 people grow up and grow old and grow through these books together. And it's like the Russian think about the Russian masters, how they would focus on character and they'd pull the camera all the way in the most tumultuous time in Russia when everything is revolution and everything's falling apart. And we're looking at it through how it's affecting these few people in this country house, right?
Yeah.
It's these few people, and it's the most tumultuous, unbelievable, earth-shattering time in this world. But it's an intimate
story.
When I read it, I said I was suffering from battle fatigue. I was suffering from battle fatigue because so much of fantasy is a duel or a big crashing battle or this.
Which isn't a bad thing, but...
Which isn't a bad thing. I love it. That's why I'm here, right?
What is
the Long Price Quartet?
This is my Christmas list at this point.
Yeah. Long Price Quartet. So, check this. Janny Wirt says Daniel Abraham is brilliant. What more do you need?
I love when an amazing author, like when I see Robin Hobb, like preach, about a couple books, I'm like, I'm sold. Like Mike's book reviews. All he said was boy's life.
Yeah.
I'm like, I trust you.
Mike has sent me to the bookstore so many times. I have a whole different gas budget, but I was saying that, like, I have battle fatigue. Like, there's one of the books in this, it's completely Shakespearean. It's completely filled with drama, but scene after scene after scene. And you'll know what I'm talking about as a filmmaker. Every scene it's 2 characters in a room talking.
Yeah.
About enormously important things to them and their world and their relationships and their humanity. But you get 2 great actors and you like them and you let them go. That's what these books are.
It sounds like Better Call Saul for me, because that's just a bunch of talking, and I love it.
It's beautiful. It's so beautiful. I can't. If you give it a try, you got to let me know.
Okay, I really appreciate that.
Dude, that's
one thing I wanted to say. I really appreciate so far being on BookTube for a year. How how people respect spoilers. I'm genuinely blown away by that, because that's something that is my pet peeve. You ask my wife, she's like, "Oh my gosh, stop! Don't worry if it gets spoiled." I'm like, I don't want to know anything, because even the little nuggets might be impactful, and I really appreciate that. Ooh, nice!
I love that Janny's reading Sun Eater.
I love that. Yeah, I need to get back on that.
Oh, if you come down to the big event in
I know Chance was mentioning that on his live stream. I'm like, gosh,
there's so many of us going to be there. It's going to be a great time.
So far behind.
If you can understand, I'd love to meet you in person. That's all I'm going to say.
I know, we'll make it happen.
Let me downshift here for something. So, when did you decide? Okay, I've started this reading journey. I've found Narnia. My friend gave me Name of the Wind for my birthday, and my eyes are open to what fantasy can do. The prose is beautiful. The craftsmanship is amazing. It's the genre can get a bad rap sometime.
Yeah.
See, Jared's preaching right here. Jared's going to be there. So
Oh man, what a legend.
no peer pressure at all, though, Thomas.
I know. I feel like I'm in a corner, literally.
Yeah, but you kind of see what he can do. When did you
Yeah.
decide, you know what? I'm going to turn the camera around and I'm going to mark time with these reads. I'm going to mark time with these stories and share it. Like, how did that happen?
I think well, I just the more I read, the more I just fell in love with books and stories. And even when I would watch films and TV, I'm looking at it at a whole new angle and lens. Uh, and I don't know, I just appreciate all of it so much, and I have so much to say. So I guess it's in a way, BookTube is a way that I can share my thoughts.
Yes.
My friend, who's kind of been a mentor of mine, he's a screenwriter in Hollywood, and he's like, you should write articles on Medium, and because I would send him texts, and like they're full articles, like all my deep thoughts, kind of like what you see on my BookTube.
Mm-hmm.
And he's like, dude, you need to start writing, and I'm like, oh, I don't want to write. And then I don't know, a few friends said you should do YouTube again, because I did have a YouTube channel way back in the day.
Oh, you'd
really
done it before. Okay. So it wasn't
Google
as
took
crazy.
it down with copyright. It was the Wild West of YouTube with
Okay.
films and all that. But
All right, gotcha.
this was like putting my face out there myself, not behind the mask of acting. And that takes confidence. And I was really nervous about that. And then, I don't know, it just took a couple conversations and some nudges. And of course, my wife really encouraged me. And I just did it.
They're so smart, aren't they?
Yeah.
It's annoying.
Amazing.
Yeah. Amazing and annoying.
And then I got some comments, on my videos. I'm like, wow, people watch my videos? Like, what the heck? And that made me happy with like, wow, let's have a conversation, because I love having conversations like this. Like if I'm at a coffee shop, if I'm checking out with my groceries, I'm going to ask you, what are you reading? I want to talk to you. So it's a way for me to actually have in-depth conversation and share my in-depth thoughts. And I'm just graced out with just the outpouring of support and stuff like this. Like,
let me just hop in on Saved real quick. Yes. Just finished the Farseer trilogy, tackling Malazan next. Yes, it is time. It is time. Don't wait. I was the same way. I was nervous. I was reticent. I'm like 100 pages into Dead House Gates right now. There's no reason to wait. There's no reason to jump in there with both feet. It is amazing. I'm not going to say it's not challenging. I'm not going to say there's not substance there, but it's so worth it. It's so worthy. You absolutely don't wait. I love that you're going to jump in.
I'm saving that for a special time when I'm fully ready. I'm not ready yet. I got too many stories that I want to dive into.
Yeah, I was the same. So on your earlier channel, did you talk about like media, like film and things like that?
It was strictly like high school, college years of just stupid films, like legitimate, like improv films, written scripts, characters I'd create with my friends, and we would just kind of create these little, I don't know, these episodic adventures, mockumentaries where we were car dealers, and we had like 5 cars in front of our house, and we're just like, let's just pretend like we're a car dealership. And it was such a blast. It was like, I don't know, but I did nothing of that. But I am actually wanting to make a second channel that I've already made. It's Roman Howell Films. It's my wedding film channel. And I'm trying to get confidence to get in front of the camera in that regard.
And talk about film.
And my, not authority, but expertise, because I've been filming films since I was in 1st grade, but also filming full time over 13 years, so I believe I have a voice that I want people to hear. It's just, that's a whole nother ball game. This is fun and like hang out and talk. But the other side, I'm like, I'm aiming toward filmmakers, and that can be a very, everyone's got their opinions on films and like how to shoot and,
But
so
that's
it's
it.
daunting for me.
But that's it. I can see why it would be daunting, but it's just like books in a way. There is no one else that is going to see things through your eyes and have your interpretation and have your soul to understand this hits me in this way.
Yeah.
And there's no take that is not worthy. And as a matter of fact, they're all so worthy that the more that we get out there, we're all richer as a culture for that interpretation being part of the discussion. So you absolutely should do that, whether it's daunting or not, because you're the only one that can. The only one that can tell us about films through Thomas Howell's eyes are Thomas Howell. So if
Yeah.
you don't do it, there's no one else that can. That's
Appreciate that.
how important it is for you.
Thank you. Yeah, I believe in that because we all have a voice.
Yes.
And, some people ask me, hey, I'm scared to make a booktube channel. Any advice? I'm like, be honest, be yourself. Mike, from Mike's Book Reviews, he says the same thing.
Yeah.
No one is you. And that's the beauty of life. It is really, it's beautiful.
Yeah.
And I'm so appreciative of all the conversations we get to have, and nothing like the films we made with our friends.
When we were 12.
I got my first camera when I was like 7 or 8. It hooked up to the VCR, and I would film my Legos, my action figures. I'd write stories and tell stories that way. So, talk about boys' life.
Yeah.
It's talk about monsters on the walls and your toys and your mythical boxes and just how magic is, through a child's eyes. It is true magic.
I did the same thing. Like I had my GI Joes and I would go for hours. Like I create the most elaborate situations and things going on, Yeah.
I'd have my whole garage. I'd have all my Legos. I had a Lego city, massive, and I would create scenes. And
that's
guess subconsciously I'd create lore and world building and characters. And
how about that? You ever think about putting pen to paper? You ever think about going back to that time and instead of Lego bricks, putting pen to paper?
I mean, I'd like to. It's just, it's another muscle to exercise, and I definitely want to. So I'm not shying away from that. I think I've written a few short stories last year. I've had this idea where I want to make this like book where it's like, it's based on my real life, like short stories of my real life, but also it's kind of maybe not embellished, but yeah, embellished. But center it around Christmas, because Christmas is like my favorite time. And like, I have all these memories of,
You're speaking my language.
So I don't know, just a short story kind of thing.
Embellish it a little bit, like magical realism. And how would you answer David's question here? Is boys' life magical realism? So first take your own stuff that you're thinking about. Would you embellish it into that area and then answer David's question?
Not that area. More like, I don't know. I don't know how to explain it, but I'd embellish it to the point where it's a little entertaining, not so mundane, where it's like, oh my gosh, this is literally just any other Christmas, like I need to make it seem like it's my Christmas, even though it is, but and add a sentence here and there that's like, oh wow, okay.
Yeah. That never happened. Okay, so hit me up with how would you answer David's question? Is boys' life magical realism? Did you just read it?
I've never heard of that, but I would absolutely say yeah.
Yeah. Oh, that's a genre. Yeah.
I didn't know it was a genre.
You can't call it completely fantasy, and there's a very fuzzy line between, like, the reader may even be able to make up their mind for a good chunk of the book of, well, is the character seeing the world that way because he's a young man and that's how kids see the world? Or is something really happening here? Yeah.
That's exactly my thoughts. I don't know if you've seen some of my videos on boys' life, because I've had 2 where I've kind of talked about it, and it's very much like, okay, what we're seeing it through a 12-year-old's, eyes. And I'm wondering, okay, what what is actually real? And the thing is, a lot of things are brought up that aren't really brought up again. So I'm like, did that really take place that
Right.
way?
Exactly. Did that?
And I loved it. I loved it.
Me too. It's such a whimsy about that, magic
It
about that.
is
Everyone
beautiful.
should read that book. That's one of those where they're rare that I would feel comfortable about telling everyone, read it,
Exactly.
you'll love it. And that's one of them, I think.
I agree. I like to buy books for wedding planners. So mainly I like to ask like, hey, what are you, a wine drinker, coffee drinker? You know, buy them a bottle of wine, buy them a bag of coffee, and then maybe a book if they read books, depending on what genre they like. But now I'm like just gifting my favorite books out. I'm like, hey, here's Name of the
Yeah.
Wind, here's Boy's Life. And Boy's Life is now in
Up
that
there.
duo. I
One
bought
of
it
those
for a
two.
friend's birthday. I bought it for a groom. He sent me The Sun by Philip Meyer.
Have you read that yet?
No, he just sent it to me. And I'm like, well, hold up. Let me read All the Pretty Horses first.
Okay, let's get into All the Pretty Horses. But after, if you're looking for the vibe, The Sun is amazing. The Sun is one of those books that, and this guy is not from Texas. Philip Meyer just went to school there, but somehow he captures it. And it's amazing. I felt someone had been following my family around for generations when I read that book.
It takes place over 3 generations, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah. And I literally felt someone was like studying my family history and following the family. Like it was amazing. It's amazing.
Yeah. And the cool thing is, because I as you go on BookTube, you're like, okay, well, let's look up the best Westerns, you know, and The Sun was brought up a couple times. And, you know, The Sun is sitting next to 1990s, 1960s, 1980s classics. And this is in like 2013. So that's telling.
Yeah. It is
I
up
still
there.
don't know too much about it. But you know, when
going totally blind. Yeah.
Yeah. That's this right here.
Yes.
I don't know. I still
Where
don't.
are you at?
I'm
Where are you at in this?
pages in. I don't know what's going on. Cormac's writing is so interesting.
Yes.
I could feel it. That's number one. And I'm happy I could feel it because I read to feel. And I love his atmosphere. His sense of atmosphere is so good.
Yeah.
But his prose are so like boom, boom, but also like run on sentences where I'm like, hold on, let me breathe real quick. But I'm trying to follow along here. The perspective is interesting. It's very I heard someone say on BookTube, like primordial or like elder or something, like where it's very like up above, you know, or like old. And you feel it.
It harkens back to it. I think it gets to our core in this way that the story has always done. Yeah. It's
just
what it defines us. It makes us. It's who we are.
Yeah.
If you look at things like some religious texts, Shakespeare, some Greek myths, some of these things that are so building blocks of how we see the world and who we are. He does that. If you look for the rhythms of his run-on sentences, it's almost biblical. And if you see the things he does with his visuals, like no spoilers, the very first page when that young man's walking up to look at his grandfather that's passed. And you notice they never describe the candle, they describe the reflection of the candle. And he starts to work in dualities and real things as opposed to artifice, and how we fit and where we are and what we create to get past what the reality is. All these types of things, these imagery that's coming over and over again throughout that book. The guy's just on a different wavelength, man.
I appreciate that. I like that insight because I'm going in blind. I have read The Road, you know, as a wee 21-year-old.
Yeah.
And I loved it. I was able to grasp it for the most part, but you know, looking at it as a 31-year-old, I want to be able to appreciate it and soak in the text. And I feel like Cormac is so timeless that you can reread it over and over. And it's very philosophical.
I think you should.
Yeah.
And see where it hits you at 31, see where it hits you at 51.
And that's just like with any book, I feel like, for the most part. Like most books that I've read are very timeless. Like Harry Potter, you read that at any time, the road is going to hit
very different in terms of pros and
feel. Okay. Thank you, Jared.
The rose is far more, I mean, I can't think of it, accessible. I mean, it's there's a broader audience appeal.
This was 1992. This was like one of his first, right?
I know this starts. I've only read The Road and All the Pretty Horses. I've only read 2 at this point.
Oh, okay, good.
The other thing I'll tell you about The Road.
Level with you on that.
Yeah. Have you hit that point where he sits in the diner with his dad and they have the conversation? Is that in the first one?
Yeah.
Okay.
Sometimes I'm like, wait, is this his dad?
Yeah. What I love about that scene, what I absolutely love, and tell me what you think of it, is, Jared's nailing it right here. Early McCarthy is Melville, the King James Bible. Late McCarthy is demented Hemingway.
Interesting. Okay.
So that scene is more about the silences than what is said between those two men. And I don't need to know the relationship with you and your dad. Very personal, but I know the relationship with me and my dad. And I've sat in that diner and I wanted with my entire being to say something, and what comes out is something entirely different. And he's able to write that scene where, because I'm a human person walking on this planet, I know everything those people want to say, even though they're not saying it. And he doesn't write internal monologue. He doesn't write.
I love that.
He doesn't tip you in.
You feel it.
Yeah.
It really is.
Gives you that room and you fill in all the
blanks.
Yeah.
How
did that scene? Did you feel kind of that way as well? Or
I felt so far, I've just felt distant. I felt distant from the prose, but I feel distant with characters. Like there's just, I don't know, there's a distance that I'm feeling in the story. There's loneliness.
Oh yeah.
At least with how McCarthy writes, I mean, especially in this book, but it's very dark, literally. It's and I love that. I love how he talks about the weather. I love when an author takes the time to write about weather. Mm-hmm. And it's funny, I talk about the weather on my channel all the time, but weather.
I know you start off by looking out the window and talking about
you gotta.
Yeah.
We've had sunny days. It's so gorgeous.
Right? It's crazy.
But weather really sets the scene for me and the tone. And when it's constantly dark or getting dark, or there's like a 40 miles in the distance, there's a dry thunder. Golly, that's good. It's good stuff.
There's a reality. And I grew up in Bear County, not only Texas, but in Bear County, where that book takes place, is where I grew up.
What?
In that county, Bear County, where that book that's where I grew up.
Okay.
Until I was there from birth to 19, basically. And there's something about the weather there. It's trying to kill you. That's
okay.
Like so much of that landscape is there. It took a certain mentality and a certain person to not only survive, but to carve out their reality from it and tame it. It's iconic, I think, is the kind of things he's dealing with. And watch those scenes for the duality of real and artifice, right? Real and artifice all the way through. Like, watch those scenes, because you'll notice when he's going into the diner, coming out, I can't remember which, it focuses on his reflection in the glass. It focuses on the pictures of the horses and how they'll say, well, what kind of horses are those? The picture book horses, artifice, reality. You start to see that duality going through the entire book.
Thank you. I'll keep that in mind. I was going to actually ask you, like, what any tips, that I can like just some little morsel to hold on to while I read this. I'm like, okay, all right, I have some sort of anchor to grab onto, because right now I'm kind of floating and I'm happy with it. I'm not like, this sucks, like I'm just trying to grasp his writing style, and I get the gist of it, but
you're good. You're right there. Just float.
Yeah.
Just float.
Yeah. Cool.
Just float.
Cool.
And when you close the last page, you'll know how you feel.
I'll send you a message. Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, dude, absolutely. We'll have to talk.
We
got to talk. Yeah. So Talk to me about the journey so far on BookTube. What's it been like? You spun the camera around. You started cataloging this reading journey. It's been a year. You've met some folks. You pretty well blew up, my brother. Like,
I can't believe it.
what have been? Talk to me about the journey.
I mean, it's thankfully it's been a naturally paced journey, like how I like my books.
Really? Okay.
It's just, it hasn't felt overwhelming. It hasn't felt like a chore. It hasn't felt like, gosh, should I really be doing this? I've just been welcomed with open arms, and that's just graced out right there. I'm very thankful for that. Putting yourself out on the internet takes a lot of confidence, a lot of bravery, and it's not easy, but I'm just graced out. And I think the journey has just been great. It's been fun it's actually helped me, like you say, catalog my journey and like my thoughts. Normally I don't like to, I want to be in the moment with a book, but sometimes when I'm reading a book and there's a moment that's happening and I'm feeling something, I want to write it down right away, because I think it's important for me to get that exact wording and that exact thought down so I can share that on screen. It hasn't been distracting that way, thankfully, but it's been great to organize my thoughts, get my thoughts out there. And most of all, I think just meet people, meet other lovers of books, and learn different perspectives. Like, you've already just taught me so much about just books and even just the duality, which I didn't even think about. So I appreciate that.
Yeah, I can't wait for you to finish this book, Thomas.
I can't wait. I think it'll be it's a pretty easy read. I mean, it's short, so I can definitely
Jacob and I are doing a buddy read of Boy's Life, January 2026. It is on the schedule. Father and son read a Boy's Life. He's never read it. I'm rereading it. Anyone wants to join us, it will happen January of 2026.
I'll reread it. Why not?
So it's gonna, I cannot wait to read that with my son. I haven't read it since it first came out.
Wow. That'll be fun. It's gonna be hit so different.
Oh man, I can't even.
Do you cry?
I can't even.
You get pretty emotional?
Oh my gosh, I cry. I'll cry at a cellular phone commercial if it's shot well. Like, I'm that guy.
Yeah,
I'm that guy. Like, what about you, man? You're in the arts. You probably have the same thing.
I cry all the time. I mean, I film weddings, and it's not just this coverage of an event. It's getting to know these people and their story and the people around them, and just all these little details, all of these little interactions and these moments, and just life in general. And as I've grown older, especially after reading Boy's Life, you just appreciate the little things, the small things. And I get very emotional with even the little tiny things,
What's that like? I mean, this is off topic of books, but I know this is your thing. And what's that like, being invited into that moment and having the responsibility of capturing it?
It's unreal. I have to pinch myself every time. And my wife is a photographer, and I film, and we both do weddings, and it's just, it boggles my mind that we get to do that. And we're very different from the most of the folks who do this kind of thing. We are very hands-off. We want to allow people the freedom to celebrate and be with their people, and really just be in the moment. We don't want to, this isn't a Hollywood movie set where we are trying to pose them. So you ask that question, it's very much like, it's a true honor. I'll tell you that, to be trusted, to film to document it and craft something that is timeless and that honors and represents them. And then it just makes me appreciate my life and the moments in my life. And the funny thing is, I don't document my life a whole lot. I'm not walking around. Are you that guy too? Well, I don't video camera my life all the, I don't vlog. I
came back from Worldcon, and every time I look at Instagram or something, everybody I was there with has all these pictures and everything of the entire time. I have nothing. Like I was just having so
Yeah.
much fun and just running from thing to thing and talking to everybody. I came home with like, I think 5, 6 pictures that somebody had to remind me to take, while something was going on.
I think, yeah, if I go to Paris, Italy, I may have three photos, like I just want to be with my wife, and at a little cafe with a cappuccino.
Does your wife
Like,
take photos? Like if you go on a trip,
yeah, she does, and she loves to do
That's
that.
where I get saved.
Yeah, thankfully.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm more like, let's just be in the moment, and that's just something I want to preach to our couples that we document. Like, hey, be in the moment. We're just here to document it. So,
yeah, you're absolutely right, John. The Trapper Keeper absolutely counts. So, yeah, Bookborn knew her duty. She made sure to film some wonderful interactions. Look,
okay, yeah,
the initial plan was Jacob was going to be there with a camera. We are going to get a bunch of stuff. Things came up. Things happened. He couldn't make.
It's a lot of work. It's a whole lobe of your brain that has to concentrate on, like, I am having to separate myself from this event,
right,
and just look at it through the lens of a camera and not my own eyes.
And that's so true. In a way, I had such a great time because when we went to Dragonsteel, he was with me, and we tried to shoot as many things as we could to cut it together. And this time, he ended up not being able to go, and I just had fun. Yeah. Like I wasn't thinking about, hey, we should get this, we should do that. Like I just had the most fun. And I think it's what you're talking about on your journey here that you found out about the people. Like hit me up with the people that you've met on this journey so far. Like what has that been like?
I mean, it's the booktubers, but also just the book lovers that comment, like, just so welcoming, and it's just a conversation in the comments. It's just this back and forth. And I always like to end my videos or just ask questions, because I don't want it to be about just me and my thoughts. I want it to be a room, and like, hey, let's talk together. And I want to invite you to talk to me. So, I had a couple, booktubers, reach out, and like Chronicler and Four Corners of the Page and Joanna Reads. It's like, wow. And then I think you started commenting on some of my videos, and then even Matt's fantasy book reviews. Oh
yeah, Matt's great.
Commented. I'm like, wow, what?
Yeah,
that's wild. And then what really happened was, Mike commented on my Wheel of Time video. I'm like,
yeah.
I started tearing up. I'm like, honey. It was awesome. And I was just so sweet that I reached out to him, like, hey, do you want to do a live stream together? He's like, yeah, let's do it. Yeah. He's just a normal guy.
That's what I was just
people,
every single time after time after time again. And I was the same as you. Like I'd been watching BookTube and seeing these people like, oh man, these people are really cool. I would love to join the conversation. So you start your own channel because you kind of want to join the conversation, as well as all the other reasons. And it's like, then when you actually get to spend time, like you say, not only with the booktubers, but the folks there at Worldcon that would come up and just book lovers that are just there, that had seen my channel or seen another person's channel that was with me or something. And just time and time again, it is this experience of you know what, Tom, the only way I can actually kind of describe it and say it and kind of put it in terms that make sense to me is when I left that place, I felt full. I felt full. There's a lot of times I think, for whatever reason, life is life and things are hard and we can, hits us all.
Yeah.
But over and over and over again, to meet those people that love story, that want to talk about it, how it makes them see the world and other people, and the experience that a video made them pick up a book, and then what that brought them to do. And now maybe they want to share a story with you because you shared a story with them. And it's the ripples that go out from there. I walk away feeling, you know what? I am hopeful. I am full. I am. There's a piece to me after meeting these people that I didn't have without meeting them.
Yeah. Yeah. And it's just this whole world of books that I didn't even know was there. And
Yeah.
it boggles my mind still when I get comments that say, "Hey, you helped me get back into reading."
Oh, is that the best?
It blows my
Yeah.
mind. I don't know what to say to that because I'm just
Yeah.
like, there's no way I have that influence. There's no
You
way I.
do. You absolutely do.
And
You're big magic, my friend. You're big magic.
boggles my mind, and I'm just thankful for that because it's like there's always that person that helps you get into reading, or
Yeah.
those other people that leave a comment and recommend a book,
Mm-hmm.
or Mike is just like, "Hey, Boy's Life." I'm like, "Okay, done."
Yeah. Yeah.
I one of our Trader Joe's, we were checking out, groceries and all that, and on our way out, there's this guy staring at me, and his name's Henry, and he knew me through my channel.
Yeah.
And I'm like,
Yeah.
"Wow, hey, how you doing?" And he's like, "I recommended Last Unicorn to my sister's friend or something, and she read it, and oh my gosh!" And first thing I asked him, like, "What's your favorite book?" And he said,
Yeah.
"Swan Song" by Robert McCammon. And I'm like, "Wow, like that's really cool." And at that time, I was recommended Boy's Life, so it was just
Sure.
cool timing. So it's just like, it's just interesting when you meet people like that, and they're like, "Wow, I really appreciate what you're doing." And
Yeah. And the connection that we all have. I think that's one of the worst things. We lose sight of how alike we are and how together we are.
Yeah.
We're all here in this window of time on this crazy ball floating through space. How much alike we all are.
Yeah.
How story defines us and makes us up and keeps us going and makes us see things that we would have never seen. We're all made up of the same stuff. I love how story does that. That's so cool. That you had that experience there in Trader Joe's.
I know. It's pretty wild. It's fun.
Yeah. So are you going to read more McCammon?
Oh, I absolutely do. I mean, I had to stop myself from just diving into Swan Song because that's like a 900-page book.
Yeah, it's a chunker. Yeah.
I would love to. I actually was on Reddit yesterday trying to look up, like, okay, what are some other good books of his? And he hasn't read too much, or he hasn't written too much.
Oh, yes, he certainly has.
He has? I thought these only 15 books.
Well, let's see.
I mean, for me, that's a pretty small. No way, you have them all on your shelf.
His Matthew Corbett series is 10 by itself.
Well, okay. Well, see, this is what BookTube's all about.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So if you try the Matthew Corbett series, which starts with Speaks the Nightbird.
Oh, I thought that was like a standalone.
No. Speaks the Nightbird is the beginning of a 10-book series.
Dang it. Okay. I was looking forward to that one.
He didn't. By itself. Well, you can totally read it as a standalone because he didn't plan it, but these characters just wouldn't leave him alone.
Okay.
It was one of those. You can read it completely as a standalone. Just started Swan Song last week. It's amazing. McCammon just doesn't miss on characters.
Oh, I remember Janie Wirtz was asking a question about Boy's Life.
I love Heidi's answer right here.
Yeah.
Heidi, I read Boy's Life, and it's about childhood. A young girl could have easily been the protagonist instead of a boy.
That could have easily been my wife because she was, she grew up with a younger brother, and they were like, she wasn't, she wanted to do what he was doing, and he wanted to do what she was doing, and they were just two peas in a pod, just men in black, spies, cowboys and robbers and all. I mean, they want to do it all, play video games. So I feel like it's a very universal story.
I feel the same. I mean, I don't want to say how it would hit a woman, but I love that Heidi had an answer there. Yeah. I think Joanna read it, and I think you could check things on her channel about how she felt about it. Yeah. So there are some women's perspective out there that have read the book that would probably mean way more than what
it's different. Everyone
what
has
I would think
own,
for sure. Yeah.
Yeah.
Speaks the Nightbird is a great book.
I was looking at, there's like another book.
Love the first half. The rest was nonsense. Heidi didn't like the end of Swan Song. I know that. Okay. So let me talk to you a little bit, if I can, before we run out of time. What's on the horizon for you that you can't wait to get to?
Anxious People by Frederick
Okay.
Bachman. Have you read that?
I have not.
I haven't either, and I'm excited. I've only read one of his books. It was like a little tiny book. I think Murphy really got me onto Frederick Bachman, and she loved the Beartown trilogy. And I looked up that author. So Anxious People. It's a standalone. I don't know too much about it, but I want to
Best way to go in sometimes.
read that. Definitely going to be reading this.
Yeah.
I want to read some Westerns. I don't know why. And I know we mentioned. Well, real quick. Okay, hold up. When October hits, I'm reading Something Wicked This Way Comes.
Oh.
And I've been holding on for a whole year because last year I was reading Pet Sematary and Salem's Lot. So I was a little busy. But I'm like, okay, I'm not going to rush it. I'm going to save this for next year.
Okay.
I can't wait because I haven't read Ray Bradbury since high school.
What have you read?
451 of his.
Okay, Fahrenheit 451.
And that's it. And of course, I'm a little 14-year-old. So
yeah.
I mean, yeah, I got it. Like I get the vibe, but as an adult and as a reader, I feel like that book. Oh yeah, I see you, Evan. I see you. I'm gonna be popping a question about that. Oh yeah.
Okay.
All right. What do we got here? What would you grab?
Something Wicked This Way Comes, one of my favorite books of all time. Like it is a beautiful, phenomenal. I can't wait for you to read it. If you just want some quick hits of Ray Bradbury, like just in between of things, try the collection of the Illustrated Man.
Oh, I was at a bookstore talking to the gal, and she's like, "Hey, have you read that?" And I grabbed that book. It's on my shelf.
Just read. Not even one of the short stories.
Okay.
Just read kind of like the prologue that sets up the short stories.
Okay. All right. Okay. Just get a taste.
Just to get a taste of Bradbury. I mean, I'm not even sure how long the prologue or the beginning is, but it just kind of sets up like what these stories are, where they come from. Just go in as vague as you can.
Okay.
So the prologue goes from page 25 to 33 in this book. So not even 10 pages.
Do that in three days for me. how slow of a reader I am. That's easy work.
Yeah. Give that a shot.
Okay.
Oh man, in October, you're gonna love Something Wicked This Way Comes.
And I'm scared because like I know I've been putting that up on a pedestal, and then a viewer of mine, Toby Crabb, he just talks very highly of that book and Bradbury's prose. And he knows I'm a lover of Name of the Wind and Rothfuss, and he says Bradbury is even better. And I think Mike says that as well.
Mike,
same thing with
and so, here we go. Cannibal gave Something Wicked 2 out of 5.
Wow.
And that's you know what? He's not wrong. These stories hit us all completely different, and that's where the magic lives. So, like I was saying earlier, everyone is their own interpretation, and each one is as important. So, and I love that we all share, and I love that we all see them differently.
I'm nervous that I'm gonna rip through that book too fast, but also I'm excited.
I don't think you can rip through fast because did you go think about Rothfuss? Did you rip through fast, or did you get stuck in the lushness of the language and you just had to kind of live there for a little bit?
Well, I was new to kind of reading, and I think I didn't. You know how like you don't know what you have until it's gone.
Yes,
I was in that moment. Like I'm reading this book, not knowing it's my favorite of all time. Because when I closed the book, it's not my favorite book of all time.
Really?
It took a couple years for me to be like, why am I still thinking of that book? Why am I recommending it and talking about it to other people? And that's when I'm like, yeah, it's my favorite book of all time. I don't just, same thing with Boy's Life. Boy's Life is easily top 10 if we want to go with arbitrary numbers, but it's I want to just think about it.
So like Mike likes to say, legacy takes time. You gotta let it percolate.
So that's with Bradbury, where I'm I want to take my time and appreciate it, but I might love it so much with like
Mhm.
the prose because I'm a lover
Mhm.
for prose.
Mhm.
Because I did take a peek of the first page and I was like, oh wow,
Oh, it's poetry, my friend.
this is
It is
very
beautiful.
Rothfuss. And
It's
I
very
hate to, I
beautiful.
know it's horrible of me to say, oh, it's Rothfuss, even though Bradbury came first. And it's like, but Rothfuss is my landing page where I have to compare that to other things because that's the doorway,
Yeah,
of
gave you the
prose
gives you
to me.
those vibes. Gave you those vibes.
Exactly. So
Yeah.
that's what I mean when I compare it. Um, so anyways, that's I'm looking forward to that. And then The Shining is going to be next. I've never read The Shining, and
How much King have you read? Are you kind of
I've
new to
read
King?
Misery, I've
Okay.
read Carrie, I've read Salem's Lot, I've read Pet
Oh, so you're
Cemetery.
you're 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 in there, man. You're in
I
there.
love King. I love
Yeah.
him. I love him. So I'm looking forward to this one.
King, I think the King
Joanna,
made
hey,
me. Oh, Joanna's here. We're just talking about you.
we've been talking about you all
Yeah.
up and yeah, all the over. Yeah.
Her ears must have been burning. I was talking about you earlier today. I told my wife, I hope you guys had the best trip. I hope it was just lovely and everything you were hoping for.
I know she's
Um,
been out and about traveling.
oh, seeing it all. I love King too. I think like, oh gosh, early junior high, like he made me the reader I am. Like I would just devour those books.
Yeah. Jared Henderson, love his comment because I have that on I use my birthday gift card at Barnes and Noble to pick up Martian Chronicles. I that is an awesome elevator pitch. That makes me hyped. Is
I
Martian
missed that.
Chronicles?
Tell me, what the heck did he say?
It's at 6:05. So right here, Martian Chronicles is very good. Starships blasting off from the Midwest, priests trying to convert Martians,
Yes.
all sorts of craziness.
Yeah.
Uh, is it a coherent story or is it like a short story?
It's how to say? Is it coherent? Yes. Is it straight prose like you would expect? No, it's a little different. It has a very different, almost dreamlike quality to a good chunk of it. I
Okay.
mean that's my personal opinion.
Yeah. Okay. Okay. Yeah. We talk about Bradbury. That's sitting on my shelf waiting for me.
This is next time I make it to the bookstore, I'm picking up this
The
book.
world as we know it is out and it is. So what is this?
Okay. Stephen King's The Stand. There's a book of short stories that just came out, I guess, last Tuesday. That is, think about a kind of a big author in the horror field. They're in this collection writing a story from that world of The Stand, from the world of The Stand. So it's a new collection of short stories of people riffing off the world that Stephen King created in The Stand.
I think I saw something about that. Yeah. Huh.
So yeah,
That is
I'm grabbing that.
so. But do I need to read The Stand though first?
Oh, I would think so.
Okay, that's what I'm thinking. Okay.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
that's a time commitment right there.
Yeah, yeah, and I'm looking forward to that. I'm definitely keeping that, you know, for the right time. Same thing with It. I think It may be a next year read for me.
Okay. Oh, I was going to say this. You're thinking about Westerns.
Okay. Yeah.
I'm going to do Lonesome Dove in December.
I was going to ask you. I need you to persuade me.
Okay.
Why do I need to read that book sooner than later with you? Because right now, after The Shining, my reading plans,
Yeah.
I'm kind of like, it depends on what I'm feeling next.
Yeah.
Do we just dive into Lonesome Dove?
Well, I mean, you can go with Q saying one of the best books, period.
Yeah.
Joanna, Lonesome Dove is a masterpiece.
Yeah.
Here's my pitch to you.
Okay.
I can already tell, dude. We've both been on an artist journey. I think we're going to be really great friends. I have held off reading this book for decades because it's going to be so emotional for me. It's going to bring my father back to me. I'm going to spend time with my father. It is going to hit me so hard that I literally have not been ready to read it yet. And I would love someone to come on that journey with me and share it. And I think you and I think we would be the right brothers in arms to share it together. I really feel that.
I'd be honored.
So
Yeah.
if that's my pitch to you, if you want to come on
Yeah.
board and do it with me in December, would be awesome.
Okay. Are you willing to potentially not rush into the discussion side? Give me a buffer, because
Dude, if we
during
start,
the holidays and everything,
yeah, we can have the discussion. If I read it in December, we could have the discussion at the end of January or
I like that.
whenever you're ready.
I like
How
that.
about that?
Okay. I don't know why do we push books off? That's a good question.
But pretty
Why
much
should I
right here.
read this book, John? It's going
Make
to
you
make
cry
you
like
cry
a
like a
baby.
baby. Yep.
Look,
I want to
I
cry. I like a good cry.
I want to. Oh, here's my buddy John from New York. I'll join you guys on that Lonesome Dove. John, my brother. I met John at Dragonsteel, and what a guy. So, okay, we got to talk a little bit about film before we go, and I'll kind of segue in it this way.
Yeah.
Like, I know why I've waited on Lonesome Dove, because when we went to go see the Coen Brothers remake the I can't
No
I can't
Country?
come up. No, not No Country for Old Men, but Jeff Bridges was in it.
Oh, True Grit?
True Grit. There you go.
Yeah.
We went to go see the Coen Brothers remake of True Grit, and I sat down in that theater, and I watched my dad. I saw. I mean, it was like I even had to contact Jeff Bridges afterwards and send him a email saying I was like, I spent an evening with my father watching your performance. I couldn't get up out of the credits rolled, the lights came on. I had to sit there. Like, it was so emotional for me. I couldn't get up for a while.
Yeah.
And I know this book is going to do the same thing to me. So that's why I put that one off. I find I put off things now lately because just the sheer volume. I mean, I've had a book I want to get to for like 3 months and I just can't fit it in. It just happens here on BookTube. There's so much goodness all the time.
I was curious about like, is it also feeling of like, hey, I'm not feeling this book,
Yeah. Matt's coming with us.
Oh, love it. Yeah. I think I'm kind of I'm pushed in the corner now.
Yeah.
You
I
talk
think
about
the
True
brothers
Grit.
Gwynn are both doing it in December too. I'm not 100% sure.
You mentioned True Grit, spending time with your father. This wasn't necessarily spending time with my mother, but Lion. I don't know if you've seen it.
I don't think I have.
It's one of my favorite films. I don't watch it much because it's an aggressive cry. My wife has seen me go through it. Yeah, I'm adopted, and it just hits so hard and beautiful. It's a beautiful cry.
Yes.
And it's based on a real story, which is awesome. So I love that. I love when films and stories just bring you back, or just kind of put little memories back in, like, oh, wow.
Isn't that the joy right there? Isn't that the joy of it? Tell me, like, someone asked me when I was at Worldcon, and someone asked me this question. I thought it was just amazing. Throughout your life, what's that one piece of media that sticks with you as a fulcrum point? Like, you changed after seeing it or reading it. You saw the world differently. It's one of those fulcrum points in your life. Can you think of like one piece of media that's done that for you?
That's really tough. I think books have helped me grow up even more, and helped me appreciate my other two favorite mediums, films and video games.
Okay.
I don't know what it is, but words on a page, enjoying that at my own pace, very much like a video game. I'm able to enjoy a story relatively at my own pace.
Yeah.
A film is, paced, and whether I like it or not, it's paced in a different way. But reading is definitely, I think that's it. What about you?
I mean, can you think? I agree with you. Books for me, because I think for me anyway, it's because when oh, look, Jared's with us.
Hey, okay, yeah,
Jared's on board.
I think you guys were mentioning this in a live stream or something. But if he's, I mean, he'll probably blow through it. But
A day or two.
yeah, maybe an evening. that's a light read over dinner, you know.
Dude, Jared is one of the Jared knows why the cage bird sings and all that. Like he's the real deal.
I love his
I
channel.
just oh man, so
I've
much.
learned so much
I
from him.
I read books. It's like he's got a good beat. I think I can dance to it. Jared, it's a different thing. I think books the same for me too, and the reason is because I see myself as the character, like how the movie like unspools in your head, and I get that journey of different lives and different situations, and sometimes very, very challenging situations. I wouldn't see the world like that. I wouldn't react like that. I wouldn't do that. But somehow, I guess maybe I'm a bit narcissistic. I cast myself up here when I see it. Now, when I see a flick, I never have that attachment because I know, oh, that's such and such or so, and they hired that actor, and let's see what they do with it. And I hope they do a great job. And I don't have quite the level of connection that I get when I read.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, I think it's because when I read physically, I'm reading it in my own voice. Visually, I'm able to paint my own picture, although the author has painted a picture, but it's and also Janny Wirtz is priceless.
Yeah,
And
I was going to say, it takes one to know one, Janny.
yeah,
Yeah,
exactly.
Jared Henderson.
What an
priceless.
amazing community.
I do.
It's unreal.
Yeah, unreal. We are
But yeah,
privileged to be here.
I think books have just, yeah, you're able to pace, visualization, voice. Oh wow, look what we got here.
Yeah, somebody wants to come in and yes.
Okay. Isn't it a beautiful thing when pups just look at you? Look at you directly in the eye?
He'll stare at you all day.
It's amazing. I
Yeah.
love it. My mother-in-law, golden doodle. Little
Oh,
human.
yeah.
A little human,
Absolutely.
and he knows it. And he's the best.
So, okay, I'm going to put you back on the spot, Thomas.
Yeah.
So, can you remember a story that did that like changed how you look at things, like a particular story or a particular film or maybe a video game? Something was like, oh, I want to be a filmmaker because I saw this, or something that changed things. Like, what was that one piece of media that like shifted things? It's
tough.
hard, right? I was so put on the spot.
I keep going back to Name of the Wind, where that's what propelled me into the world of reading.
Right.
And the world of reading helped me appreciate film and television and video games. I'm not playing mindless, no offense, but I'm not playing these shoot 'em up games where, Call of Duty, where I'm just like spawning and dying. I want a narrative. I want an experience. I want choice. I want exploration. So that reading has helped me carve my tastes in those kind of video games, and then carve my taste in film and television, where films and TV like Better Call Saul and Breaking Bad, just that kind of just master class of dialogue and development. And I keep saying pace.
Yeah.
I fixate on pace because it's part of my job. And if you pace something right, you will allow the viewer or reader or player to feel something and to breathe. And that's how I view things, through pace. If I know something is paced or recognize something is paced a certain way, I'm like, wow, that's a great choice.
Yeah. Wow. This is big. Dracula made me want to start writing fiction. That's a biggie.
Wow.
It's
amazing when something pushes you to write.
Yes.
That's a whole nother ballgame.
Isn't it funny that you, the filmmaker, have a book, and when I was confronted with that question, I came up with a movie as my answer.
Okay, so what's the movie?
I mean, it was
So film is your medium or your media or medium or whatever.
It could what I mean. So I felt so put on the spot for that question, and I thought a minute. And it's like, you know what? And it's like, you know what I came up with is "It's a Wonderful Life" by Frank Capra. That I think I watch it every year. From the very first moment I saw it, it changed the way I look at people and how we're all connected and how we matter. And the responsibility we have to those around us because of that connection. You know, that was it. It's the one flick I watch every year, and it still hits me the same way.
Love it. Yeah.
So you have to have seen that, I'm sure, as a filmmaker.
I've only seen it once.
Oh, okay.
I think I'm always scared to watch it during Christmas time because I don't know. I want to watch Jingle All the Way or Home Alone, you know,
or Elf.
Or
Elf's another
Elf.
classic. Elf.
You know what I mean? Like,
oh yeah,
I just
there's
like
a lot
those
of great ones.
But I don't know. But call me crazy. I like to actually watch Hateful Eight during Christmas time.
Well, there is snow. I mean, it's kind of, you know.
Exactly. And he does play Silent Night on the piano.
He does play Silent Night. There. I mean,
I don't know. I talk about, I guess, Wonderful Life is just kind of, it needs my full attention because I want to respect it. And I guess during the holidays, it's just like, you know?
Yeah. Oh, I love Frank Capra as a
I'm going to watch that again.
Yeah. So do you have any dreams of making a flick someday? Short film at least, or just something?
I mean, I have dreams. I would love to get into documentaries.
Oh, yeah.
Because that's real life. And I want to get to know people and hear their story and create something that tells their story, you know?
Mm-hmm.
If I ever did a flick, I would love to do a book adaptation because there are books that deserve the deliberate pace and execution that I know American Hollywood is not going to do. We talk about some recent films. I don't know if you know about a particular film with a particular actor in it, Ice Cube. My gosh, that gives me
I haven't seen it, but I hear things.
Gives me no hope. But
yeah, Jared, I was fortunate enough to see a 70mm screening, Hateful Eight. Beautiful, overwhelming experience.
Wow.
I would say if you want to adapt something, I don't know if you've read this yet or not. You're a Stephen King fan.
Yeah.
Have you read his new collection? So you want it darker, or so you like it?
No,
darker,
but I've heard of it. Yeah.
Okay. There's a story in there. When you get to it, there's a story in there. It's just two people on a park bench in Central Park.
Oh,
that's the setup.
I like that.
So when you get to that story and read it, you reach out to me. It's like, I would love someone to shoot this. I would love someone short film.
I want to adapt Boy's Life.
Oh,
because there's so much silence or just visual, just visual that you can tell the story without words and capture that magic without it being cheesy. I would love to do that and weave in a murder mystery, which I had no idea that was part of the thing and how it was weaved in. And I would love to do that. I think, I think of that, and I think of Name of the Wind needs to be given to like
Polish. Oh, that's a big budget there. Yeah,
that needs to be European. I don't want.
Really?
I don't want. I really do. I think it needs to be in a foreign language. I think it needs to be in like an Eastern European language because that's how I read it. I visualized something a little more not your typical English medieval fantasy. It was more
the lyricism, the lilt of
I don't know what it was.
I could see that. I could
very
totally
interesting,
see that.
but that's how I envisioned that. But yeah.
Thomas, you know what? Here's just the amazing thing of every time I do one of these. We've been going for like an hour and a half.
Yeah.
Isn't that amazing?
It doesn't feel like it. It feels like
here's what first of all, I want to thank everyone in the chat. That's phenomenal. And you guys kept everything going. And I'm so happy, all of you. Anyone that catches up afterwards, if you haven't subscribed to Thomas, I find it hard to believe because so many people are. We'll make sure his link is right down there. But this is what blows me away talking to you, Thomas. And it's like, I know you say, oh, I read slow and I don't think you read slow. I think you read purposefully because story matters to you and you're taking the time and giving it the weight and importance that it needs to affect you deeply. And you can incorporate that into your life going forward. And I think so many people connect with that and they see that and they're able to go on that journey with you. And I think that's part of why they can connect and your channel's doing so well because of you at the center of that type of experience. I love your channel. I love you taking a little bit of time to spend with me tonight.
That means a lot. Thank you. This was awesome. I really appreciate this.
Made my night, my friend. Stuff like this just absolutely energizes me and makes my night. Thank you so much for being here. Thanks everybody for being here. All the amazing people in the chat. We owe it to you for making it all happen. Hit us up in comments if you catch up after the fact.
Absolutely.
Good night, everybody. Thanks for joining us. Do you have anything to say before we go, Thomas?
I'm just thankful. I appreciate everyone. This is awesome.
Good night, everybody. Thanks for being here.
Good night, everyone.